support Kanda for his speech competition because we love Kanda so much. And also, I already give him a prize if he already take off his shoes and his t-shirt. And then we will give him my prize. Okay? Promise? Guys, now I am waiting for Kanda and his friend from Pondo. I mean, from his Islamic boarding school.
About English in modern society. But before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Denisco and I come from Tagban. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day to you too, Denisco. Thank you, adik kita dari SMP.
I'm around. And then for my mother, I can be here for the help of
Okay, guys. And shortly, we will see my brother's turn.
And it is definitely a very fun thing.
I love my brother.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for our next contestant on the speech contest. Dari Ponpes Medina Umah Cendikia, adik Tuah Titian Bingang Akbar.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before I start speaking in front of you all, let's thank to our God who has given us His blessing and mercy, so we can still gather in a healthy state. And also, I would like to say thank you to the MC who has given me the opportunity and time to speak in front of you all with the topic English in modern society. In this modern society, the importance of English cannot and ignored, since English is the most common language spoken everywhere. English is one of the most used languages in the world, with over 67 countries that have English as their official language, and there are 27 countries that have English as their secondary official language. In many cases, even if it is not their main language, more than 350 million people around the world speaking English as a first language, and there are 430 million people across the globe speaking it as a second language. Honorable judges and dear audience, in this modern society, English is not only the primary language of the country actively touched by British imperialism, but also many business and cultural spheres dominated by those countries. With the help of developing technology, English has been playing a major role in many sectors including medicine, engineering, education. And also, English is the language of science, aviation, computers, diplomacy, and tourism. Knowing English will make you easier to get assistance in many parts of the world. Honorable judges and dear audience, to be a part of this modern society, knowing English will make us easier to get assistance in many parts of the world. Now, I would like to ask all of you a question. Why is English important to this modern society? Well, it is the language of science. It is the language of academia. It gives us an access to a wealth of written media, online and printed. It also comes in handy when traveling. And lastly, it is essential if you want to work in a multinational company. Honorable judges and dear audience, English is the language of the internet with over 1 billion users typing and chatting in the language. If anyone can understand and read English, they will be able to enjoy and find more resources online. They can read world news or participate in a discussion on a modern forum society. Honorable judges and dear audience, in this modern society, there will always be English trading, university, office, and so forth as language for communication among them by different countries. I guess that's all that I would like to say in front of you all. Thanks a lot for your kind of attention. I'm sorry if there any mistake. I'm Bintang, and lastly I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Such a very excellent speech from Tuah Titian Bintang Akbar, adik kita dari Ponpes Medina Umah Cendikia. Oke, kakak panggil untuk standby adik Amalina Ayuni.
Even with English, we can even change our education because there's what information you want to convey to others. That is the key point, information. Let's go to communications.
Pondok Pesantren Medina Umah Cendikia, adik Dava Abdillah.
Honorable judges and most respectable judges and all my beloved audience, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, before everything goes to start, I would like to introduce myself. Hello everybody and good evening. My name is Dava Abdillah and people basically call me Dava. And right now I'm 16 years old, which is I'm sitting in the second grader of Standard High School or 11th grader. And I'm coming from Medina Umah Cendikia High School. Alright, now let's get back to the theme. The usage of English as universal language. Well, English has been quite impressive. English has become a universal language since it was the most used language in widespread in business, communication, education, or many more. And most of people in this world, or we can say 1.5 billion people in this world are actually actively talking English, and the rest of them are still learning English, which is it making the English as the most commonly language in this world. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, why and what is the actual meaning of universal language? Well, universal language is actually a very, very needed language that we use for communicating. And English is universal language that is still used right now. We need a universal language to communicating each other for making a certain goal. It was like a big international event or meeting between the world's president and many more, or even an international sport match. And not only that, and English is actually used in over 87 countries or more that using English and making English as their primary language. And most of the countries in this world making English as their secondary language. They were like America or even Canada, Great Britain, United Kingdom, Australia, and Malaysia making it as their secondary language. And universal language, sometimes we think that universal is only linked to a big thing. Well, but it actually no. Universal language is not used only for universal thing. It also uses in a small thing. For example, for a student like me, I'm using English in my study. Well, not only that, most of people in around me, like my brother, he's a college student right now, he's also using English as maybe for getting a easy scholarship and many more. Not only for students, but also a foreign worker that work far from away their country. They use English to communicating each other with their partner, with their boss, with their leader, and many more. Well, not only that, and non-international businessmen also using English is important, not only just for me, not only just for you, but to every human being living right now. Every people that who breathe need English, so they will not lost. Maybe they will like vacation around the world, and when they don't get English, sometimes they could get lost. And I would say in my own opinion, English is quite important now, very important to our daily life. Well, we could use it to get a friend, to get a job, to get scholarship, to get more advantage. I think that's all from me. I'm Dava Abdillah. Thanks for listening. I'm taking apologize if there are any mistake. And finally I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih adik Dava Abdillah dari Ponpes Medina Umah Cendikia. Selanjutnya kita panggil untuk standby adik Naila Novianti. May I know your name?
My name is Aurora.
God, so beautiful, Aurora. Who are you come here today with? Your mom?
My mom, my dad, and my brother.
Your brother too. Is it your brother competing for this speech? What is his name?
Bintang.
Abang Bintang. Mana si Abang Bintang? Coba dong Abang Bintang. Where is Abang Bintang? Oh, I saw your brother competing today. Very cool. Thank you, Aurora. Terima kasih.